Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Washington versus San Diego State college basketball matchup on Sunday, November 19th, 2023. Of course, I do tons of free picks every day, but if you're looking for my best bets, the ones I like the best, those are the ones at the premium area at Pickdawgz.com. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays meant for people who make big bets. The only way to get those, though, is to text the number that you see on the screen. So if you're a big bettor, text that number. But let's get to this one. We've got Washington taking on San Diego State. Both these teams earning their way into this game. Washington knocking off Xavier, and San Diego State just absolutely bludgeoning St. Mary's, a team that a lot of people thought were going to be very good this season, including me. But the thing is, Washington, this is a team playing with a little bit of desperation because, well, their coach, they don't win now, he will be gone. They are sick of losing and sick of being bad in Washington, that's for sure. And we think that they've turned this, apparently they've turned this thing around in a hurry there, and the way that they did it, well, in the traditional way, at least the new tradition, the transfer portal. They have imported 5-6 players deep that can really play some basketball. Most notably, Brooks and Wheeler, both these guys, Kentucky pedigrees, and when they come from Kentucky and have been recruited by Kentucky, these guys can play. Wood comes over from Portland, and then you've got Johnson, who is a true Washington guy. So really not that many real Washington players left on this roster, but, at the same time, when it's a win-now mentality, well, you go wherever you have to go, including, taking Kepnang from Oregon as well. So the Huskies have a very good team. We saw that against Xavier. We've seen it so far in their games this season. Their loss came against Nevada, 83-76 in a game they were favored. But San Diego State, of course, lost in the finals last year. That win over Long Beach State that they didn't cover the spread, that was 2 games back. That game looking a lot better now after Long Beach State went into Michigan and busted up the Wolverines. But I don't think San Diego State ever needs verification or, any of those sort of things from anybody else's wins. They've been doing their talking on the court for quite some time. And, of course, this year's team, few players left from that last year's team, including Leday, who's been leading the way. 25 points in that beatdown of St. Mary's. Butler only poured in 8 in that game in 23 minutes. They just didn't really need him. Waters had 19 points in that game, 7 of 9 from the field, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc, as 43% from beyond the arc in that game for San Diego State, just beating up on, like I said, a St. Mary's team that a lot of people had a lot of high hopes for. This turns out that it's going to be a pretty good game, and I think, what we see is a San Diego State team that kind of has that experience of winning. And while Washington has some good players, really, like those guys like Wheeler, their experience was losing in the NCAA tournament to St. Peter's when they were at Kentucky. I don't know. I just think San Diego State is just one of those weird things that it just doesn't really matter who's playing or anything like that. They just always seem to get it done. I'm going to take San Diego State in this spot, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, you can get a lot of information while you're doing your picks today by checking out our betting tools, which will tell you historically how often all the bets on the board today have hit, and then they'll tell you which ones are most favorable by looking at today's odds up against that history.